everybody, this is Salvi here with the VTuber news coming right up for you. Before that, of course, smash. FalseEyeD is the independent VTuber who pretty much brought Newstubing to the forefront and was the one who legitimized VTubing having Newstubers, VTubers doing the news. He was the one who kind of made it into a journalism side of the whole thing. He has a very iconic voice, which also became the voice of Newstubing, of Newstubers, with basically any VTuber who does news on the daily. He used to do news on the daily. He started doing news at least like once or twice a week, and that started happening, I think, earlier this year, late last year, and now we know why. As we go on to this video here, and then I'm going to show you the announcement as well, because he made an announcement on Twitter as well. We're going to go to where he starts, and we're going to let it play as he wants to. Let's take a listen.
I'm going to keep this short and bitterly sweet, as today I, FalseEyeD, am officially announcing my indefinite hiatus for the
which usually means like graduation. He's not planning to come back.
Foreseeable future beginning on March 7th, 2026. There are many personal and professional reasons that influence this decision. Chief among them is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity that deserves my full time and focus. All
Next HoloStars maybe? We don't know.
Videos will remain available to view on the YouTube channel after my exit on March 7th. The TVS Discord will enter read-only mode on March 21st of 2026. Alongside, all TVS merchandise sales will be discontinued on March 21st of 2026. Both of my co-hosts, Lady and Cody, will continue on with their VTuber activities. It has now been over 6 years since I began as a VTuber, and over 5 years since we began Things VTubers Say, now spanning over 760 episodes and covering over 12,000 unique VTubers, artists, and fans alike. I cannot thank you all enough for being part of my life and creating a community that maturely discussed important and fun topics every single day. I hope you all can join me for a final annual charity drive for the American Heart Association, scheduled from March 1st to March 7th. And yes, with 2 weeks left, we'll have more Things VTubers Say for you soon.
And that was his verbal one, the one that he did on there. And he says, you know, he did something that says, "I'm done," on his thumbnail. And here is the actual words. This is the script that he read during the announcement. And myself and others, VV-chan, the Dragon, others, Culture Dragon, Sane Cyber VTuber, X1 Daring, dang, you never got a chance to be featured on your news, but oh well, have a wonderful day, King. Hope things are amazing for you. TVS introduced me to so many amazing VTubers early into the VTuber boom, as well as artists, agencies, fans of all sorts. It definitely accelerated my journey into the rabbit hole and what is my favorite medium today. Shall never forget Purple Newsman 07. 07 farewell, my fellow 2D VTuber. Cannot believe False is joining VShojo, but yeah, it seems he probably has found an agency, because he's been a part of Mythic Talent as well. He probably found an agency that fit him properly, that fit him somewhere where he wanted to be. And it is, as I said myself here, I'm gonna use my own words, he has been an inspiration to many people. He is the reason why people like myself can do VTuber news, can do Newstubing. Don't let anyone else tell you otherwise. He was the premier Newstuber. He was the one, he was the gold standard. The one to watch, the one to emulate. He was the one that inspired me. And again, don't let anyone tell you otherwise. I have a feeling he inspired pretty much almost every other one, other than maybe like Kyo, who did it around the same time, and things like that. But most others who came after him were inspired by him, were given a platform by him, by just the fact that he was able to make it so big, that he was able to legitimize it in a way where it wasn't seen as drama farming, where it wasn't seen as just doing it to make a quick buck. He legitimately seemed to care about the VTubing world and wanted to let the news be told in a journalistic fashion. He is still the gold standard. Even when he's gone, his channel will be the gold standard for everybody that is going into Newstubing, that wants to do this as either a hobby or something to maybe make it bigger. He will be missed. But wherever he goes, he will be a great asset to anybody and any organization that has him in the future. She has gotten herself into a bit of a mess, at least on one side of the internet. We're talking about Lucy Pyre, an independent VTuber who started content creation in 2021. She is primarily on Twitch, I believe. Maybe, a lot of times they do end up having some sort of YouTube channel. As you can see here, they do have a YouTube channel and a TikTok as well. What are we talking about? We're going on to Twitter for this, as that's where most of these things end up happening. We're going here with Powder. Never thought I'd be called a grifter by Lucy Pyre. You're mad. People are calling you lean woke because you don't know your political position. And this is related to that Google Doc that has, people being lean woke or chud or whatever, what have you. That recently happened. I know I mentioned it, I believe, yesterday as of the recording of this, which was Saturday. Because they don't know your political position, instead of calling me a grifter because you don't like my politics, how about you just leave me alone, dude? And it continues on here with people down here saying, Lucy called you that. That's insane. Wait, serious? Some people are saying, wait, but you are a grifter. And because they did this, I think this was just rage bait. More than likely, it's all rage bait here. And you think about it, can any of your detractors actually explain why they hate you? Sure they can, but it's a good reason, debatable. Haven't watched Lucy in a minute, but she seems different over the past year or so whenever I hear about her in her clips. It should be a VTuber's choice to do politics or anything whatsoever. And we're going to go over the clip in question, which is this one. Let me get you the sound first. It is, at least the clip that she put here, is 20 seconds. She says, done, do it. And here is the VTuber clip. Since I had to add a bunch of gain, I apologize for that. Here, let us listen to it in actual good volume.
Everything. If you're a VTuber hopeful right here, right now, I just want to let you know, don't do politics. Don't talk about politics. Maybe Lucy shouldn't even be talking about politics as much as I guess she kind of sort of is, maybe a little bit right now. But don't do it. Don't do it. Like making a couple jokes here and there is fine. Don't do politics. Everything. If you're a VTuber.
And this is a very, I wouldn't say attacking in any way, shape, or form. It's just saying don't do politics in the VTuber space, because a lot of people don't come into the VTuber space for politics. A lot of people don't come into the VTuber space for anything like that. They want to actually escape that world. They want to escape. It's a form of escapism for a lot of people. It's a form of just entertainment, and a lot of people's entertainment is not involving politics. Now, if you do want to do politics, if that is just your thing and you start out that way, then that is perfectly fine. You're a political VTuber, you do what you want. But if you're a VTuber just doing VTubing, this is what I think she means. I'm just taking it from my own perspective. If you're just a VTuber doing regular stuff, don't move into politics all of a sudden, because you will end up losing some of your alienating some of your people. You will get a lot of hate for what you say, no matter what side of the aisle you are on. It leads to bad times overall in general if you did not start out that way. And down here it continues. Did Lucy actually mention you? VTubers are just anonymous YouTubers who usually cute 2D, 3D avatars. You can talk about literally anything YouTuber can. Yeah, you can. You absolutely can. But just be ready for any kind of consequences that come from that. Not saying you deserve consequences, because no one deserves the harassment that some people get. But it's just, I think that's what she's trying to say. Not necessarily that it doesn't have a place in VTubing. Just be very careful when you do, because you can lead to a lot of hate. Is there anything beyond this? It seems rather broad. She unpublished the VOD so the gen public can't see it. She rants about the Flabberjiggles list and her being labeled lean woke. A chatter says they love her even if she was a chud, and she stares at them and says she would like to add another category to the list of grifter because she believes some chuds are grifting. She then goes into more detail about it. And grifting also depends on what side you're on. And grifting, like, some people will call people like Rev a grifter. Some people would call him a chud. So it just depends on what side you're on. I think it's just a dude who wants to say, his piece about what is happening in the world and what he thinks about it. But some people think grifting, some people think like that. Some people think Asmongold is grifting. Some people think others, like Hassan, is grifting. It depends on what side of the aisle you're on. It is a crazy conversation to have, if, that people can have on the internet, and especially on Twitter. People have these conversations all the time. Another Goonerbait VTuber calling people grifters, I suppose. She never mentioned your name. She didn't say anything regarding you directly. The shoe is just fitting, isn't it? You trying to drama farm off Lucy just proves that you are, in fact, a grifter. You call this base? Do you even know the word? Or wait, you're just calling people grifters. So, yeah. Basically turning people's words against them. That's why it's not good to get into fights in Twitter, honestly. It's not good to get into fights in Twitter. Someone will always find something about you. I like some of her content, but at the same time, I don't agree with what she is saying either. Like, each VTuber or FleshTuber should be able to make the content that they enjoy. It's their content. And I will say that too, like I said before, with Euro. If that's what you want to do, go ahead and do it. Just be wary of the fact that people are assholes online, and once you let your opinions be known about anything, political or not, you will have assholes getting right at you. But the political space is more fiery than a lot of people are ready for. That's all I'm saying specifically. That people are just way more fiery in these situations, and just be prepared for it. It says VTubers are the best ones to talk politics, mostly because they don't have to worry about a crazy showing up to their house over it if they keep their anonymity, which, you know, knowing how people can be, your anonymity isn't necessarily secured either. I mean, this seems rather harmless, all things considered. Continuing on here, and the responses to the unpublishing of the VOD thing, it says, did she directly name you? Kersha says, did she directly name you? It just sounds like she's talking broadly to me from what you provided. Would your source have a timestamp? It might be possible to recover unlisted VOD. Seems she deleted the VOD as well, not just unpublished it. She probably started seeing a lot of backlash. She probably started seeing that that wasn't a very popular position. Or later on, she also probably realized, you know what, calling people grifters is not a good thing. It's going to lead to a lot of hate in the community, in her community. So she's like, you know what, that's not a take I want to keep on there. Let's get rid of it. And she's legit for doing either way. I mean, it is her decision to remove her VODs. She doesn't have to keep it up to keep anyone's argument going, or prove that she herself is trying to attack other people or anything like that. Maybe she saw it as an attack like a lot of other people saw it, and she was like, you know what, I don't want to be all about that, and I'm just going to delete it. She says that like her own content isn't a grift to lonely guys. She's like, seriously, I haven't seen this much projection since Hassan and Tectone starting going after each other. They are both grifters on opposite sides of the spectrum. Now me, just being personally, just giving you my personal opinion like I usually do here. Calling someone a grifter is never a good thing. It leads to a fight. If she did call someone a grifter, I can't really tell because there is no proof of it in the VOD. Like, the VOD is gone. There's no proof of it. But if she did, it's not good to call people grifters, because that will get one whole side of the internet on you, as it has for her, and it just brings negativity to the whole thing, which I think doesn't have a place in VTubing, in my opinion. And moving on now to some post-quote retweets here. Every time this B tweets, all I see is that. Isn't Lucy the same chick who wanted to collab with Asmongold back when she played Final Fantasy XIV? I'm sorry, but when she called someone a grifter when she straight up wanted to collab. See, that's the reason why calling someone a grifter is not a good idea. You're going to get a lot of people not liking you. Comment Lucy Pyre W. Some people, liked what Lucy Pyre said. I really don't trust Powder. My first impression of her was her accusing some other VTuber of copying her because their models shared very generic tropes and colors. Feels more like she wants to start S for attention than actually fighting for a cause. So a lot of people believe that she is, from what I'm seeing here, full of S. Not even surprised. The talentless failed VR chat streamer, talking about Powder in this case, I'm thinking, out after an actual talented VTuber tells people not to planning on joining this hobby, to not do political commentary as a crutch for your lack of talent, and look who gets upset, LMAO. So a lot of people are still holding it against Powder, which always happens on the internet, for yes, she did call out somebody for having similar look to her, not necessarily directly copying, but a similar look, because they're using the same tropes of, things like that, and she was called out for that as well in the past. Like I said, anytime you get into an argument on Twitter, you will have people bringing out your past. There will always be people out there who'll be like, oh, wait, didn't you do this? Didn't you do that? Yes, it does happen where people make mistakes, things like that happen. Always hold people to account for what they do. But if they try to change and they try to move on, if they do try to do that, allow that too. But this is the internet, remember, they always do this type of stuff. And it just keeps going on and on. People, going against Powder. People basically trying to... A lot of people just not liking Powder. Some people do like Powder. It's just, as it always happens in the quote retweets, people go back and forth. My personal opinion on this is that calling people, like I said, calling people a grifter is not good. And also, politics, depending on where you want to be in VTubing, if you just want to be a comfy streamer, politics is never a good idea. If you want to be a commentator, then yes, you can get into politics, as, other people like Rev and other have done, and been very successful at. She's blowing up on Twitter again, and this is because of I think a nothing burger, but it is a drama that started around her again. Let's take a look here through Jelly Hoshiumi's channel, and we're going to take a look at a couple of things that she did recently, which was, did my chores again, now I have severe back pain, my chungus life. This is Haiku. Continuing on here, sorry guys, I'll show you my rocks tomorrow. I went out with my mom in a new dress, and she said I looked pregnant in it. I'm burning with the dress. I'm burning the dress and blanking myself in the fire. Showing her rocks, things like that. And recently through our Face Connect, we have Jelly says sorry to chat about her Twitter and explains it all. And let's take a look first at the clip, and then we will go back to what people think about it.
I'm really sorry about the quality of my Twitter, by the way. I feel like I just have to say that. You're starting to sound like my mom, not gonna lie, with all these rocks. Well, your mom is based, then. Why? Dude, yesterday? Okay, I'm gonna tell you the day. I'm gonna tell you about yesterday. Yesterday, I woke up in the morning pretty early. Because, I just came back from the mud huts the day before. And then I was like, yesterday, I was like, today I'm going to go out and do some chores because I don't have any more groceries. I woke up. Naturally, the first thing I would do is I would open Twitter. And I would scroll for like 2 minutes. I scrolled for 2 minutes and I saw that tweet about League of Legends removing or like penalizing ping spams. And then I was like freaking half awake. I was like groggy as hell. I was like, I'm gonna make a tweet about this. And I made a tweet about that.
And this is the tweet that she made. Wow, mommy, they're pinging me too much. Wow, my god, this game is for weenies now. And yeah,
and I went out.
That doesn't seem like a bad one.
I did everything. And I came back and it was like 19,000 likes. And I immediately messaged Sokka and I was like, I don't want this anymore. Can I graduate?
Oh no, the G word.
I just want to go back to my like 2,000 likes is banger. 2,000 likes is like a banger tweet. I want to go back to those times. I don't like so many people looking at my stuff.
Jelly bean Jace.
I just want to be normal. I didn't realize it blew up. I had to mute. Stop being funny. I don't want to be a V-tweeter. I feel like a V-tweeter, okay? You know what? I feel like a V-tweeter. That's it. I feel like a V-tweeter. I haven't streamed for like days and I make a tweet and it pops off and I feel like a V-tweeter immediately.
What they mean by VTweeter is that is generally used like as kind of like a derogatory term inside of VTubing, where someone is just tweeting with a VTuber avatar, just tweeting, not creating any content, not doing anything at all, not even having a a debut announced or a debut planned, or they have a TBA or something like that. People in the VTubing community have not seen that good. Even Callie did in Welcome to the Mountaintop. It says why don't you start creating, stop tweeting. So basically still, even in the big names, like Callie, they don't like V-tweeters, people who just tweet, and complain, and then don't actually create content. So she felt like that. And then, like I said, a lot of people see that as a negative thing.
And I don't want to feel like it, because it feels bad. It feels bad. I feel bad. Make an alt. No, I have too many accounts already. I'm a V-tweeter. You stream way too often to be a V-tweeter. I thought you said that I tweet way too often to be a V-tweeter. I was like, what the hell?
So yeah, that's what we have there when it comes to that. And we have through Rima Evanstar here. V-tweeter tries to cancel Jenny. It's the exact same people we're talking about that is that's seen this derogatory thing. Gets Astro ratioed. Super plot twist. Turns out to be Aster's defender. Right here. We're going to go to this first. Another Face Connect talent has been caught making fun of Charlie Kirk. Here we have Jelly Hoshiumi making light of the political assassination of an innocent father, using the blank of a cheap joke for AI music. About AI music, how deep does this stuff, this rot run within the company? This is an 8-second clip. These clips tend to be put out of context. Let's see if this one is out of context as well. I'm just going to warn you, this is more than likely out of context.
I listen to banger AI music, like We Are Charlie Kirk, hardstyle remix.
I don't think, that seems very, very out of context. Very out of context. And, I don't think she was making fun of the dude. I think, I don't know. She's always been a bit of an edgy, joking type of individual. She goes pretty far with her jokes, but I don't think there's any malice in that. Like, I don't see any malice in the Jelly Hoshiumi thing. And it is very, very out of context. You're not, if he would have given the whole context of the whole thing, or this person would have given the whole context, I would have maybe been like, oh yeah, it's bad, or oh yeah, it's not so bad. Maybe the context isn't given because it would make his argument not look great. That's what I'm thinking there. The context isn't given. Usually in these situations, the context isn't given because it destroys whatever message they want to put out there. And the issue is here, this V-tweeter says about the nijisanji Aster Arcadia separating from them, the S-Pest Aster Arcadia. Really, you're going to let randoms cancel him with no real proof. That is why Niji is failing. So they seem to be a Niji defender, at least a defender of Aster in this case. And down here it says, and the fact that he's hiding behind Gura image makes me question if it's just to pretend to be a part of the fandom, then spread whatever narrative he can get out of, which is possible. Niji sisters every damn time. I've seen this as a classic. Down here, it says the original song was made by conservatives. The remixes were made by leftists to mock Charlie's death. The song as a whole has been hijacked to make a mockery out of the most heinous political black of our time. Mock is blank. Have you ever seen him so alive? In the past 5 months, I've seen Charlie Kirk more than I have in my entire life. If anything, he's being lifted up, man. We're carrying his fame. And then visibility lifted here because it violated rules against hateful conduct. As you can see down here, the things he said. And fans of male nijisanji livers are more parasocial than you think. This screenshot proves it. Making fun of an innocent guy's death is extremely wrong, but it doesn't seem like a person's name is making fun of his death. Does it? Yeah, it's really a stretch. It's really a big stretch. Let's go to the actual post here. And the way they added a lot of other people. And saying, if you want to take a look at this, FaZe Connect has been completely compromised, and H.O. Osaka needs to step down as CEO. Please be advised, these people here too, there's no hope left for FaZe Connect. Remember, Evanstar has blocked you, well, obviously, because you're spreading bad information. You're getting bodied in the comments, and you deserve it. I see you happen to prefer a weirdo. Aster's one of the few innocent voices in... Oh yeah, this person is either trying to rage bait, or he's lost it. Never use his platform to bully or defame Slendoki. Only crime is being a straight white male in a company controlled by leftist women. No, his crime was various other people saying he was an S-Pest in the whole thing. He was making people very uncomfortable from the first day that they were there, trying to get them to be with him and all that kind of stuff. Back it up, little bro. Everyone you tagged probably laughed these jokes too. It says, no, I only tag people who respect Charlie Kirk and stand against the psycho leftists. Many of them are spoken up against leftists within FaZe Connect. Okay, and we'll say that's bad. We are Charlie Kirk. Was a conservative anthem, got hijacked by ironic lefties remixes, mocking his death. You're an Aster Arcadia defender and needy sister. Several men of color will be appearing in your home tomorrow night. Spend the next 24 hours living richly and fruitfully as possible, so you can accept what happens. I don't like this one. This one kind of like is saying kind of like a little bit more. I don't know. It seems like it is trying to push some kind of violence. Except what happens with quiet dignity. As the says, pipe down, R, and this guy is an Aster Arcadia, Niji blank, LARPing for those who are late to the party. You do know We Are Charlie Kirk was a tribute song in form of respect for the guy. And yeah, it just keeps going down here. He's getting bodied in the comments, rightfully so. And rightfully so, got called out by Rima for trying to cancel Jelly for something that was most likely taken out of context. And more than likely meant in good fun and not as something negative. Yomi Quinnley, or Yomi, is an SVA Socks VTuber agency VTuber. She joined the agency later on, and she is an alchemist. What are we talking about her today? Well, recently, if you don't remember, she had a massive blow to, content creation, which was her getting fully, having all of her stuff deleted. Basically, she was transferring stuff, she was trying to save it the correct way, something happened, and all of the data got lost, including hotkeys, including customizations, including the models, all that kind of stuff. Well, we have an update. We have some updates here that I'm going to show you, both of the updates I have here. We have, through the past mentions of VGen, talking to my lovely main model parents, even my OG model stored years back on Fiverr. I've recovered most of my models so far, though no hotkeys, calibration, etc. That's going to take a while for her to get everything back there. Calibration, she's going to have to do it again. I've got programs reconnected for my main model. I've calibrated it once more to fit as close to perfect. Been able to remake about 10% of my main model's hotkeys yesterday, and I have my backgrounds all back in. This will definitely take me at least a month to get anywhere close to what it was, and it may not ever be fully what it was. She may actually make improvements to what it was, possibly. But we're getting there. There are a lot of work that I've got core things to stream today, but as I did promise, watch along for Vitamini VT, which he was able to do. Big thanks to SVA talents and staff for just hanging in with me in call to keep me sane while we were building yesterday. That's awesome that SVA was able to do that with her and just hang out while that she was working on her stuff and just give her moral support. More updates. I managed to remake most of my hotkeys from my main model. Granted, I have more to make, but that involves remaking the assets for them and even outfits, so that's a whole other workload. Today, I'm going to be touching up the art files for all my models, as I liked giving them my own clean brush over on some parts and details, with permission, of course, and if possible, start calibrating all the models more proper in both VTube Studio and VBridger. So she's working her butt off to get everything done, and I'm very, very glad that she was able to get, at the very least, the assets back. It's going to take a while for her to get everything done, but she's working her ass off to get everything fully squared away, and I do know she's going to come back better than ever. Suzuna Amano is a teacher VTuber, bubbly bellflower bud with a hearty sailor's laugh, energetic English educator who loves co-working, teaching, and RP. Started in May 2024 and is a part now of Vitamini and Irium. So we are going to be talking about her because, yes, she recently did show up and did end up being a part of Vitamini. Here you can see your bubbly bellflower bud with a hearty sailor's laugh. And we're going to take a look at some videos that she had recently last month before she debuted.
I feel like this is dumb, but I don't know what else to do. Ah! Stop it! Ah, it's locked! It's locked! Why is it locked?
This was Alien Isolation.
I went the wrong way. Did I go the wrong way? Panic! 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 Wait, isn't that the way? That's how we came, right?
I will show you the way.
Came in?
Show me the way.
You gotta be kidding me. You're joking. This is a joke. This is a bad joke. This is a bad joke. Okay, I hate it. I hate it here.
Oh, there we go. Oh, hey, no, I thought it was gonna impregnate her. I thought I was gonna impregnate her, but no.
This stinker! I hate you. I don't like you. It may have sensed you.
It may have sensed her or heard her talk, because I think the mic is live on in Alien Isolation, as in it's a hot mic, I think, in Alien Isolation. And I'll be honest with you, that startled me. I didn't expect that. That actually startled me. Here we go with some more stuff that they have on their YouTube side. We have some stuff that they did their 1 year ago, their live 2D showcase, other things that they've been doing, and their live streams are what is more active right now, with things before they became Vitamini and other things that they were doing a month ago, etc. This is going to be a great start for her, and I know that she's going to have lots of success. Thank you so much, Suzuna, for allowing me to showcase you on my channel. Thank you guys for watching, as always, and of course, take a look, and if you enjoy everything, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification icon, all those things that YouTube asks of you. Really do appreciate you. Have a wonderful day.